Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy motivational Monday. You guys, my day has been going great. I hope yours has as well, and I hope you continue to have a great day because I know I certainly will. So y'all, let me tell you about my morning. It started off, it was dark outside, it was drizzling, and I'm driving along and I'm singing Break Every Change. I should have picked the key to sing in, but it didn't matter because as long as God was enjoying my worship of him, it's all good, okay? But I was listening to my music, and all of a sudden I rolled over something. I thought, what the heck was that? And I thought, oh my God, that was a deer carcass. So I immediately felt just really icky and creepy. But then I thought, oh my goodness, I hope the spirit of that poor animal doesn't think that I rolled over it on purpose, because I did not. I did not. So I said, dear gods, please forgive me for rolling over one of your own this morning. It was truly an accident, because I would never do anything like that intentionally. Number one, I love deer. Secondly, I wouldn't want to tear up my car. I mean, it wasn't really bad. It was just like a big speed bump, if you will. But, you know, it's all good, and I feel so much better now. So, y'all, I'm excited because 30 minutes ago I came home, and I had an Amazon package on my porch. My other lipstick came today, and this is called Raining Rubies. I am wearing it now. Loving it. And as you can see, there is the color. That is super cute. And y'all, this was only $1.98. $1.98. It's by Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild makes really beautiful nail polishes and lipsticks. So I got this from Amazon, and I showed you all the other one. What was that, Friday, I think it was? Yeah, that I had on. That was my other one. Again, $1.98. And before I jump into my topic, I want to show you guys, I decided I'm going to use this journal right here. And I know you probably can't read that, but this is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, come on somebody, and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And I thought, you know what? I've had this for a couple of years now. And this is so perfect because I decided to use this as my manifestation journal. Now, I'm not going to go inside, because I just feel like when you are writing in those types of journals, that's more of a personal thing. Now, people can show you if they choose to. I'm choosing not to. But I heard this quote, a video I was watching, and I said, I love this. And so I wrote just on the inside cover right here, it says, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me. I am fully in control of my reality. I speak my dreams into existence. I find myself in a state of perpetual happiness. The universe works for me and with me. Y'all, that's powerful. I love it. And so I decided to start out, because as I was deciding to get into the whole manifestation journaling process, I found that there are so many different ways to manifest what it is that you want. And so I decided to do the 369 method. And so what it is for 21 days, you write in your journal 3 times a day. The first time in the morning, you write down what it is that you're manifesting 3 times. Then midday, which I'm going to do when I'm done, when I'm, say that 3 times fast, which is what I'm going to do when I am done with this video. I write the same thing, but this time I write it 6 times. And then before I go to bed, I write whatever it is I'm manifesting, the same exact thing. I write it 9 times, hence 369. And so I am truly excited, and I thought, you know what, this scripture is perfect, you guys, for what I want to do in this journal. And I got this journal from Burlington. It was like $9, and like I said, I've had this for a couple of years now. I just decided to go ahead and use it, because if you know me, I'm a journal freak. I love journals, and if it has a cute saying on it, I will buy it even though I don't need it, because at some point in time I will need it. So I am going to do a video where I can show you a lineup of all of the journals that I'm writing in this year, just so you know, you all can see them. But I think I do need to get my new traveler's notebook set up. I do need to do that. So anyway, you'll see that one again probably sometime next month. Y'all, let's jump into today's topic because this is a good one. And today's topic is don't allow your life to be controlled by these things. And so I'm going to share with you 5 things. Is it 5? Yes, it is. 5 things that you should not allow your life to be controlled by. Let's jump right on in. So living at the mercy of other people and not living in the present is a horrible feeling. And before I go any further, I've got to tell y'all it's 45 degrees, so it's a little windy and breezy out. So that's why if you hear the fan blowing, it's because I have the heat on. And it's what happens when you are stuck. In order to live a great life, you want to make sure you don't allow any of these things to control you. So let's jump right on in. Number 1, your past. Your past, I cannot stress that enough. Don't allow your past to control your present or your future. Let your past go and let God handle your future. He is in control. You know, Medea has a quote that I love, and she says, like your big ass, your past is behind you. So that's where your past needs to stay. Now, I'm not saying that you can't refer to something that happened in your past if it's going to help you stay on track for where you are now. But don't live in the past. And that's the problem that too many people have. They like to live in the past and keep reliving that relationship that didn't work out, or, you know, they, for whatever reason, it didn't work out, and you want to keep rehashing it. Let it go. That person has moved on. They've forgotten all about you. Let it go. Whatever happened in the past, it happened in the past. Now, I will say this. Before I finish what I was going to say, I will say this. There are times that I do think about something that may have happened in my past, and I'll say, and especially when I'm writing in my gratitude journal, because I like to say, Lord, thank you for allowing whatever that thing was to happen, because it's taught me, and then I can write out what it's taught me. Or I can say, Lord, thank you for allowing whatever that thing was to happen in the past. I am so grateful for you allowing that to happen, because as a result of that, I am now where I am. And so I tend to do that sometimes when I'm writing in my gratitude journal, but just a habit of just sitting around thinking about the past. No, baby, you got to let that go. Let it go. Let it go. Because the past is just that. It is the past. And if you're not careful, your past can cause you to get stuck in your future. I mean, in your current state, but it can also mess up your future. See, because you can't get to what God has for you in the future because you're too worried about the past. So the only way to win what happened in your past is to let go and let God. That is the only way that you can win whatever it is that is haunting you from your past. Honey, let it go and let God. Let God have his way. Number 2, other people's opinions and judgments. So don't allow anybody's opinions and judgments of you control the direction of your life. Your need to fit in will have you traveling down roads that you don't want to be on and that aren't a good fit for you. Let people love you for who you are and not for what they want you to be. Honey, that's a hard, fast rule for me. That's a red flag for me. You love me for who I am. Don't try to change me to be something that I'm not, because that's not going to fare well for either one of us, to be quite honest with you. But I've learned that in life, you have to love people where they are. You have to love them for who they are. So you don't want to meet someone, and just because you think that person is attractive, you say, and they're attractive, and they're not into the party life. Let me say that. And you say, well, you know what? They're really attractive, so I'm going to go ahead and date them because maybe I can get them to change. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And if you're that person, don't allow someone to have you becoming this party person if that's not you, just so you can fit in. Honey, I don't give a I was getting ready to say something. I don't give a doggone about fitting in. I'm going to be me. You either love me for who I am or you get the hell on. Because what I'm not going to do is change to make you happy. And then I'm unhappy. Who does that? I don't need to fit in because I'm quite all right with doing me. Sometimes people say, Michelle, how are you okay with just sitting in the house, honey? Because I'm okay with me. I love me. I love my company. First of all, with COVID still out here, I don't want to be around a lot of people anyway, but I'm happy being with me. Some people want to be out and around other people because they're not happy with themselves. Well, I am happy with myself. And so what I'm not going to do is change who I am, again, to make you happy, but I'm unhappy in the process. I don't feel like I need to fit in. Never have, and I never will. Number 3, limited beliefs. Don't allow your life to be controlled by your own limited beliefs. When you are around people who have never strived to do or be anything, if you aren't careful, they will make you believe you can't do or be anything either. When you start having that negative self-talk about what you can't do, tell that voice to shut up. Do you hear what I'm saying? When that negative self-talk starts to build up in the back of your head, you tell it to shut up and go sit down some daggone where. There is nothing that you can't do. And I need you to hear me. There is nothing that you can't do. Nothing you can't have, and no one you can't become if you just believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, honey, the sky's the limit. There are people right now doing things because they believed that they could do it. They believed that one day they would be successful at whatever it is that they're doing. And that's why they're doing it, because they believe. The problem that I have is a lot of times I will come across people and I believe in them more than they believe in themselves. I'll say, oh, you know what? I believe that you can make that happen. I believe you're going to be successful. And this is what I get. Well, I'm glad you believe it, because I don't know. From your lips to God's ears. Yeah, that's all fine and good. But I always tell people, I need you to believe in you more than I believe in you. My believing in you is fine. But it's not going to make you get up and go do what you need to do to be successful, whatever that thing is. So when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. I've heard Les Brown. I don't know if he originated that quote, but I'm saying that quote is by Les Brown because I've heard him say it. And I love it. When there is no enemy within, meaning you are your own worst enemy, then the enemy outside can do you no harm. See, I'm not my own worst enemy, because I believe that I can do anything that I put my mind to. I believe that I can do anything that I pray about and ask God to be a part of and direct my path to make it happen. So because there's no enemy within, I daggone sure know that there's not an enemy outside that can do me any harm. Number 4, relationships. If you find that you can only be happy, and I need y'all to really listen up to this one, okay? If you find that you can only be happy when you have someone in your life, or you need them in order to feel complete, then you are always one moment away from a breakdown if that person leaves you. So relationships are great, but don't let yourself get to a point where you feel like you can't live without one. Be happy alone, just as you are with someone else. There are people in life that have to be in a relationship. They have to have someone in their life in order for them to feel complete, in order for them to feel whole. I am so thankful that I'm not that person. I love being in a relationship. Don't get me wrong. I do. I love being in a relationship. There are tons of perks to being in a relationship, but I am still that same happy-go-lucky person in my relationship that I am when I'm not in one. In fact, I'm be honest with y'all, sometimes I think I'm happier when I'm not in a relationship. But again, don't get me wrong, I do love being in a relationship, but I'm not one of these people where I have to be in one. I know people that they can get out of this relationship today, and then tomorrow they're in another one, or next week they're in another one. And you're like, well, dang, you just got out of one. Give yourself some time to rest and regroup and get yourself together. Figure out what didn't go right so you can work on it to become a better you. But there are some people who truly have to be in a relationship, or they just have a hard time functioning. They feel like they have to have someone around them. Well, I don't. I'm one of these people, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I work better when I work by myself than I do in a group or on a team. And anytime I've ever had a supervisor ask that question, do you feel more comfortable, working in a group or by yourself? I'm always going to say I really feel better and more comfortable working by myself. Now, I can work in a group. I have no problem doing that. But if given the option, I would much rather, oh Lord, work in a group. Y'all got to wrap this up because my other half is on the way because he needs to use my truck, y'all, to go pick up his TV. 1 second. Yes. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
What?
I'm almost done.
Hey!
You know what? Bye. Goodbye. Y'all can't have nothing to myself. Anyway, as I was saying, when you feel like you're not complete unless you're in a relationship, you are one moment away from a breakdown. I don't know about you all, but I'm not having a breakdown because I'm not in a relationship. That was my other half right there. He's a nut. But, there are some people like that. And then number 5, last but not least, money. Money controls so many people. Yes, we should strive for abundance, but don't let your decisions to be controlled by money. So for example, should you date or marry someone, sometimes taking a job. Oh, should you date or marry someone? I know what it was. I had a note here to remind myself. So I think a lot of times people don't understand that you don't marry somebody just because they have money. That's all fine and good. It really is. But if that's all you are bringing to the table, then no thank you. Because you have to have something else for me to be attracted to. I'm not attracted, never have been, never will be, just attracted to money. Yes, that is a plus, and yes, that is something that we all need, but I would never date person A over person B because person A has more money. And person A may be a complete ass clown, but person B is just as sweet as he can be. He knows how to treat a woman. He just doesn't have as much money as person A. Well, you know what? We'll have to work around that because I would rather be with person B. And then I had another note here. I was talking about sometimes taking a job. There are times, or have been times, I'm pretty sure all of us took a job because of the pay that it was offering. It wasn't that you wanted that job. It wasn't that you just had to have that job. You took it only because of how much it was paying. And then you found yourself being miserable. Now, some people may say, well, shoot, it's paying good. I'll take it. And I just have to be miserable. The devil is a lie. I don't want to be miserable in any part of my life. So I'm not going to take a job just because it's offering more money and it's not something that I truly want to do. That's just like someone could say, well, Michelle, we're going to pay you $200,000 a year. And you have to go in and pick up all the elephant doo-doo. No, I'm not doing that. You know why? And I love elephants, don't get me wrong, but I'm not interested in cleaning up their doo-doo, even for $200,000, because I would be miserable at that job. That's not something that I want to do. And maybe it's not just the elephants. Maybe it's a ton of other animals in the zoo that you're going to pay me $200,000. That's going to get old real quick because I'm going to get tired of smelling this crap. Even though I'm getting paid $200,000 because I'm doing something I don't truly want to do. But if your only decision for doing something is because of how much money is involved, then you have made the wrong decision. When you follow your heart and you have the mindset to do what you're doing so that you can serve others and give your best every time, then the money will come. It will come in greater amounts than you could have ever dreamed or imagined. So chasing money will only cause you to be controlled by something or someone. See, that's another thing. You got to be careful. When you're out here chasing money, you can be controlled by something or someone. So be very careful about that. Choose to live your life free from being controlled by anything. I don't know about you all, but I don't want to be controlled about anything. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking of the number of times I've watched a movie where a woman ended up getting involved with a man because he was rich and he had all this money, and you all girls, go sit down somewhere, because that man got you all jacked up in the house, treating you like crap, and you walking around here with a black eye, bloody nose, busted lip. Why? Because he has money and he can afford to put you in this big beautiful home or this nice car, but you got to hide in the house until your wounds heal so nobody will see them. No, I don't need that in my life. I really don't, because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm at a point in time in my life, you raise your hand if you want to, and you're probably going to draw back a nub, because I'm not putting up with it. I don't care how much money you have. Keep your hands to yourself. And I know I digress because I got caught up there for a moment. But I'm just saying, these are the sacrifices that people will make because the person has money. So they will stay with them. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much money that man or that woman has. If they don't know how to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, you need to cut that off quick, fast, and in a hurry. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let me give you the 5 points that I gave you. I'll wrap this up because I can see the evil eye looking at me. Today's topic, we talked about don't allow your life to be controlled by these things. And number 1 was your past. Please, 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 if you are in a place right now where your past is controlling everything that you do, I need you to let it go. Your past is just that, it's in the past. Live in the present and pray and ask God to direct your future. Well, pray and ask him to direct your present as well. But do not let your past keep you from doing things that will make it hard for you to have a great future. Why? Because you're so caught up in the past. Number 2, I said other people's opinions and judgments. Other people's opinions and judgments are none of your business. Don't let that direct what you do. See, too often we live a life based on what somebody else wants. I think I talked about this not too long ago, where you have some parents who wanted to do certain things in life for whatever reason they didn't do it, and so now they're pressing their kids to get careers in certain areas because that's what they wanted to do. And if you don't do it, they're going to judge you. Let them judge you, because at the end of the day, nobody can truly judge us but God, and God is the one that's going to judge everybody. So if people have an opinion of you or they want to judge you, honey, let them go on and have their opinion. Let them judge. Who cares? Because guess what? They're being judged, and people have opinions of them as well. Do what makes you happy. Number 3, limited beliefs. Your limited beliefs is what's going to keep you from moving ahead, because you don't believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, why should other people believe in you? I mean, really, why should they? And what did Les Brown say? He says, when there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. So don't forget that. Number 4, I said relationships. If you have a relationship that you find is controlling you, you need to stop what you're doing, square your shoulders and say, enough. I'm done with this. I am done with this, because I will not allow any relationship to control me. Not a romantic relationship, not a work relationship. If you have an unhealthy relationship with the way you eat, with alcohol, with drugs, whatever that relationship is, do not allow it to control you. Because see, once that thing gets a hold of you, you are now living for whatever that thing is. And that's not a great way to live. And then last but not least, I said money. Do not allow money to control you either, because allowing money to control you will have you doing things, going places, being with people that you don't truly want to be with, but you're allowing that money to control you. You're like, ooh, I'm gonna take this job. I can't stand it. It's giving me an aneurysm. It's making me constipated on a daily basis. Oh, but it pays good. Okay. But is your health worth putting it at risk because it's paying good? Because guess what? When you can no longer do that job, all they're going to do is bring somebody else in here to do the job anyway. So why work yourself in the ground? That romantic relationship, you with that man or that woman, you can't stand them, but they got money though. So you're gonna put all the way you feel about them to the side because they have money. I'm telling you now, you'll just make yourself miserable. Don't do it. If you're gonna get in a relationship, get in that relationship because you care about that person or you love that person, not because of what they have. Okay? Things can come and go. Looks come and go. Money comes and goes. But it's what's in the heart that really matters. You guys, listen, that's it. That's my time. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, and I want you to really, this is where your journal comes in. Get out your journal and really think about the things. I'll have it in the description box that I shared with you today. And if you find that any of these areas, or you may have some areas that I didn't mention, because it's not an inclusive list. It's just some of 5 things that I picked out, but you may have some other things that are controlling your life. Get out your journal, write it down, and decide that you are going to stop allowing whatever those things or that thing is to control your life. You deserve better than that. And I don't want you walking around out here allowing anything or anybody to control you. You deserve better than that. And y'all know I want nothing but the best for you. So listen, go out there, enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy this beautiful sun. Like I said, it's 45 degrees, but the sun is beautiful. It's windy as a mug and it's cold, but the sun is absolutely beautiful. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I want you all to have an amazing week on purpose. Again, if you're new to watch my videos, come back on Wednesday, because I do a car conversation every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, where I'll have another topic for you, because I have some awesome topics for y'all this week. So make sure you come back every time so that you can get a new topic and get a new set of motivational quotes and encouragement. And I promise you, it'll make your life so much better. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please make sure. First of all, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to tap the bell so you don't miss anything. Listen, I love you all. The mister's staring me down. I gotta go. And no, he's not controlling me. He just has to get someplace. and we're switching cars. Love you all. You know the drill, you know the spiel. There's nothing you can do about it, because I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to be here to encourage you. I'm always going to be here to have your back, because I want nothing but the best for you. Until Wednesday, take care.